Alright, another re-review from my previous channel. Kind of an unsung classic from the 80s. It's called Intruder. Let's check it out. The movie takes place in a grocery store. That is the lovely Elizabeth Cox and Emilio Estevez's sister, Renee. In the parking lot, we see this mysterious-looking man eyeing up Jennifer. That was the actress Elizabeth Cox, the blonde. I totally get his point. He's an ex-boyfriend, apparently.
Just hoping you write one back to me.
Craig, this is no time.
Well, when is a good time, Jennifer? Huh? A year from now, maybe 2? You don't know what I've been going through with Lucy. You don't even care.
Ex-boyfriend Craig gets a little aggressive and needs to be restrained. Ted Raimi on the left there.
He's in here somewhere. If you see him, keep your eyes peeled.
Now?
After they booted him out, he ended up coming back. The employees get some bad news.
Unfortunately, no. As a matter of fact, tonight we start marking down everything in the store half price.
Why?
Bill and I are selling the store.
Bill tells some stories, reminiscing a little bit. He really loves the store. There's Sam Raimi in this movie, by the way, also. He doesn't want to close up, but he only owns 49%. Renee Estevez is about to become our first victim. Craig comes back yet again. Of course, at this point, we're led to believe that he is the killer. With tools. Our next victim is Bill's partner. So Jennifer's found herself a new man. Ted Raimi becomes our next victim.
Can you actually speak, Tim? What are you, catatonic?
That poor guy then got dragged to the hydraulic press. I believe this is Sam Raimi now. Actually, that's Ted Raimi.
Bob? I know you're...
Guess Bob, the owner, is still alive. Into the meat slicer. And now Jennifer starts to find the bodies. And the chase is on.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Apparently Bill is still okay, though.
I tried to stop Craig in the
back of the store, but the son of a bitch knocked me out with my own hammer.
Killed everyone.
Well, she sees a bunch of blood on him and realizes that he's the actual killer.
But why?
For the store. Danny was always a big boss. He always called the shots on every business deal until now.
Well, she does get away from him, and of course, Bill, ever the perfectionist. Jennifer then proves that wheat germ is actually good for something. Bill's got himself a severed head. And now a severed hand. Ow. Of all people, Craig shows up.
That son of a bitch Bill tried to set me up. That's how come he didn't kill me. And we were fighting, he knocked me out. When I came to, I saw him kill Linda.
The battle ends up outside.
Where did you get the bat?
Of course, he's not live, and he tries to get her when she's in the telephone booth. And then Craig to the rescue once again. The cops show up just in time. Bruce Campbell is one of them. And of course, they immediately go after these two.
Officer!
They did it. They killed everybody in the store.
Listen carefully. I want you to remain silent. Anything you say, I'm using in court.
All right, let's talk about Intruder. This is a movie that I taped probably 1989, rented it and copied it. Had no idea what to expect, but I actually watched it and enjoyed it immensely, and it holds up. It stands the test of time. Had it on a VHS tape, EP speed. I know The Intruder Within, another movie I reviewed not a couple years ago maybe. That was on there as well as two others. But anyway, what a film. It's directed by Scott Spiegel. Lawrence Bender has the producer, I think. And of course, there's parts by Sam Raimi, Ted Raimi, Bruce Campbell is in this. Basically, it's a story of a serial killer who attacks a grocery store. There's this absolutely gorgeous actress named Elizabeth Cox. She plays Jennifer. She and Charlie Sheen's sister, Emilio Estevez's sister, also Renee Estevez, are two of the checker girls in this store. And it's about closing time here, and there's still a few stock boys and stuff around as well. Anyway, they close up shop, and right before that happens, though, she gets a visit from her ex-boyfriend, Craig, who was in prison for a while. He accidentally killed somebody. So anyway, he looks like a dangerous dude. Scuffle breaks out. They kick him out a couple times, actually. So anyway, the owners of the store, Bill and Bob, announced that they're closing the store. They're selling it to the city, and they're going to give them, a nice bonus check. Their jobs will be gone in a couple weeks, though. One of the guys, Bill, doesn't want to sell it, but he only owns 49%, so what can you do? But anyway, next thing you know, a serial killer, somebody, is inside the store, and he's killing people, and he's killing them in some violent ways. First of all, it goes after one of the owners, Bob, and crushes his eyeball on this thing. Actually, Bob was actually alive later on, so maybe that didn't quite kill him, who knows? We see Ted Raimi get hung on a hook inside of the meat locker. He gets it through his face, kind of. Another guy gets his head completely cut in two, crushed in two on this hydraulic press. And then another guy gets his head sliced into this way, which you don't see, right in the middle, like through the mouth and stuff, through this meat slicer. Hell of a gory scene. Actually, so was the hydraulic press. The head kind of popped at the end there, which is kind of cool. Ultimately, we find out Jennifer's our last survivor, and she runs into Bill, the other owner, and then she figures out that Bill was actually the killer. She sees some blood on his hands, and then he admits that, yes, he did it because he didn't want to sell. The store was his life, so he had to kill Bob, and then he decided to kill everybody else, too. Meanwhile, her ex-boyfriend, Craig, the criminal guy, is back. He shows up and tries to rescue her, and he turns out to be a good guy. Ultimately, there's a big battle in the parking lot, and they manage to kill they kill Bill, just as the police are showing up. And Bill's last words are, "They did it, they did it." Now, Bill's a bloody mess because he got cleavered to death in this telephone booth by Craig. And, of course, the cops, one of whom, which is Bruce Campbell, believed that Craig and Jennifer killed everybody in the store. So they arrest them, and that's how our movie ends. So I'm sure with a little criminal investigation, they'll find out that Craig and Jennifer did not kill everybody, but whatever, that's the way the film ends. So anyway, really cool film. 87 minutes long, no nudity in this movie, unfortunately, because I would have loved to see Jennifer naked, but what can you do? Yeah, I have a thing for Jennifer, I'll admit it. So, plenty of gore in this movie, though. Wow, the gore is absolutely fantastic. It's realistic, and there's a lot of it. That hydraulic press scene, as well as the face getting cut sideways by that meat slicer, absolutely fantastic scenes. I love that. Love that. This film, I don't think, gets enough love. It is really good. It's well done. It's well acted, and it's just builds up to a nice tension at the end. And it's a little humor thrown in as well. I especially like the scene where Bill was running through the aisle and decided to pick up some paper towel that had fallen down before he continues his chase for Jennifer. So, but anyway, that is it. Now, I have this DVD that was put out by Full Moon. I know this has been released on a Blu-ray since then as well, so I'll leave a link to that one if you're looking for it. And this is a film you definitely should pick up. So click that Amazon link right down there and buy it, and then leave some comments. Let me know what you think about it. It's Intruder. Watch it. Bye. And watch it again.